Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Coruscant Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seals, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
It's a good show.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jams with co-host Arm and Dan. Benders, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to a mini episode of Dumb People Town. Population you? Population 3 first names. Nathan, Edward, Craig. Nate Craig, how are you, buddy?
Don't be scared, listeners.
He's not scared. Just leave his mini fridge that's downstairs alone. This is what we say whenever we introduce him to people. This is Nate Craig. He is not going to chop you up.
Check your knives at the door. Leave your vats of acid in the trunk.
Check your ego at the door. This is one of our favorite people to come and do this show because he gets it and he understands it. Right, Daniel Van Kirk?
Yes, sir.
He's great. How are you, buddy?
Midwestern friend. I'm good. How about you, buddy?
We're good. Does he bring you back to Wisconsin to the cabin?
I mean, there's a pocket there that we can both sit in for hours if we need to.
The Dells? Just chewing the cheese curd fat.
Yep, just riding the ducks.
We can put an itinerary together.
Oh, for sure. Pirates Cove in the day. Ho-Chunk Casino at night.
The Yahoos. Then a polish went off at Yahoo's.
They got go-karts up there you need a special license for.
They make you take a class. Yeah, no, we definitely can run through that stuff, no problem at all.
Oh, jeez.
The Dells has everything you need to be happy, including Tommy Bartlett's Robot World.
World.
Before we jump in, and I know we're talking about the Dells and the Robot World, but you have some, Nate Craig, you have some good news, and then we'll jump into the story, which is you filmed a Netflix show that's going to be coming out sometime, hopefully in the fall.
I don't know when it's going to come out. I would imagine it's going to be in the fall, but it looks to be fantastic. It was a lot of fun to shoot. Jonah Hill, Emma Stone, and a bunch of other.
They should have got some big names besides you.
Well, they got 3 small first names.
And then the rest of the cast. Nate, Ed, Craig. No, that's amazing, and I'm so happy for you.
It's called Maniac.
All right, look for it. Nate Craig on Netflix. You heard it here first. I love that you were probably number 17 or 18 on the call sheet, and yet they give you all the information. You are the first person they contact to be like, hey, this show is dropping on this day. You need to get out there and start doing minisodes of Dumb People Town to promote it.
Full disclosure, I was in the low 20s, but yes.
I had you up higher.
I appreciate that.
A lot of people in Dumb People Town are in the low 20s.
That's it.
IQ and age.
There we go. All right, Dan, let's get started.
All right, here we go. This was sent in by Guy Montag at iDig Pioche, Pioche, iDig, I-D-I.
Pioche.
Pioche. That's what I'm going with.
Is that a special kind of brioche bread? All right.
Pioche. The headline for this story, bank robber tries, nothing goes well.
Okay.
So you already know going in that this guy sucks at what he's trying to do.
Or this is a last-ditch effort. in trying to.
He's not a bank robber, a professional bank robber. This
that's
is
what I was going to
even
wonder.
professional
Dabbling a
bank
toe.
robbers. Don't you feel like in this business we're all kind of like bank robbers? It's like, how long can we keep this going before it just takes it away from us?
Yes.
They're daring you to have this story spoiled for you in the
Yeah.
title.
God damn them.
But here's what I think. None of us have ever robbed a place, right? Well,
No.
allegedly.
No.
So, do you think there are people who are like, when I grow up, I'm going to rob banks?
No, that's
No
never. a
one
thing.
makes that choice.
It falls into you, right? Or you fall into it.
Yeah, life brings that to you.
It's
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like
That's definitely a nature versus
Nobody says they want to work in a toll booth either. Like that just happens to you, and you end up there, and you make the best of it. If you end up in the bank robbing racket, then that's just what you do.
nobody says I want to play in the lingerie football league.
Somebody does.
No, not as a kid.
They haven't seen the footage yet.
That's that well.
You see that high school tape on that lingerie football player? She was running around in garters like nobody's business.
I think I'd be good at that.
Her hype tape. Her hype
Yeah,
tape is
yeah, her
unbelievable.
hype tape.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Man, we got to get this girl in for a tryout.
Taylorsville, Utah. Things didn't go exactly as planned for an alleged bank robber in Taylorsville Thursday. Just before 5:30 p.m., that's a rush hour robbery. Why would you rob a bank at its busiest time?
Well, there's your getaway plan, too. Let me make sure traffic's at its peak so that I can rob the bank, run outside, and then sit and
when
bumper
is
to bumper.
the worst time to rob a bank? Right
Rush
after
hour.
work.
Yeah. After work.
When people are making the drop.
Yes.
But they, in their minds, probably were thinking, oh, this is the best time.
When was the last time you went into a bank?
Oh, all the time.
Do you all go all the
yes,
time going
and
to
I
the bank?
refuse to use
You don't do
their,
mobile checking?
Nope, and I refuse
Why?
to use their fancy ATMs, too.
Dan.
I'm right down the middle. I won't do the ATMs, but I'm only mobile checking.
Here's the
Really?
thing. I
Yeah.
just want it in there. A second the check goes in my hands, I want it in.
But then it doesn't go in. There's
It
still like a
does,
day.
but
It's in. It's in. There's a trail. They got the
There's a
JPEG. It's
favorite
in there.
trail.
It's a
There's a
hideout.
favorite trail.
I don't trust it. I do
Dan,
not trust it.
I took my daughters into the bank over the weekend on Saturday. They cashed checks from my wife's stepfather. Grampy gave them checks over Christmas, and I was like, "You guys want some cash? You guys deserve this cash. $75 a piece. That's a lot of money
big time
for a
kid money.
10-year-old and
That
a
is
12-year-old."
big time kid money.
And I was like, "Then we'll go vintage clothes shop. Whatever you guys want to do. You want to
Sure.
get some earrings, you want to get a necklace. Let's do it. It's your money.
Maybe you guys will buy me a record I've been looking at, but whatever.
Maybe you guys can help me fix the car. The wheel needs to be. No, but I mean, and so we went to the bank. I had been so long that I was at the bank, I didn't know where to go. I just, for a brief period of time, I just sat down on one of the chairs.
No, you know what I say to
I
my
didn't know
kids?
what to do.
You know what I say to my kids when I go in the bank? I'm like, you guys want to see some old people? Come with me. Come with me.
You guys want to see some old people in Dan Van Kirk?
Yes.
Come on. Let's go.
Do it. I'm in there. And then they walk up to you when you're in line and they go, what are you here for? Making a deposit?
No. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Even the people behind the counter
Right.
know, Dan, you should not be there.
They go, what? They go, I'm making a deposit. Oh, we have an ATM over. No, I'm good. Well, the ATM can't. I go,
No.
Yeah, you know what? Look behind you. You see how there's 9 teller windows there?
Yeah.
How many are being worked right now? One. You know why? Because you guys are pushing people. You're giving away your own job, dude.
So Dan,
I want the interaction with a person. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you.
When you're
This
on
is
a
nice.
call, do you skip the automated teller and go to an operator?
Always.
Always.
Always. I still do that.
Yeah.
Dan, you walk
trust
up to the desk and they're like, "Who don't you trust?"
Nobody. Not this goddamn government.
I don't understand.
All right, so you're going to a bank. If you're still in a bank and not mobily putting your checks in,
Then you are prey victim to this
You are
rush
subject
hour
to
bandit.
a rush hour
You
bandit.
deserve to be part of
Well,
whatever
you don't
hostage
deserve anything.
situation.
You don't deserve to be. But
Maybe
just know
this
that
guy
that's a
has
possibility.
just seen the movie Rush Hour and he's like, I can do this. I
missed the whole
I
point.
just need a sort of bantery dialogue with a guy who doesn't know how to do comedy who's Asian.
You know, someday I will end up in a hostage situation, and you guys know I'll be all right.
I mean, Dan, you're the first one to run into trouble. No, I'm nervous. All right, so
You would have to wake up out of a coma to think that you could rob a bank.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't have.
That's
there's
a
a lot
plan.
of technology that's come and been updated and we've
everyone has a Matt Lauer button under their desk. You know what I mean? Essentially.
Just before 5:30 p.m., a man entered America First Credit Union at 2715.
Was he trying to take the president down a notch?
I know.
This one?
It's like
America First Credit Union.
At 2715 West, 5400 South. So add that to the DPT walking tour.
2400 West, 5400 South. What is that?
Close. Be close enough.
Are those two streets, Dan, or is that one street?
2715 West, 5400 South.
Dumb people town sprawls these days.
It just really
It's
goes
getting
out
bigger
there.
every
there.
week.
Yeah.
Come
And
on.
now by double.
Okay.
You went to the America First in where?
This is what I love.
The one on 2745 West,
5400
5400
South.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a-
3-4 of them branches on the way there.
On the Southwest?
There's a little specific in the sentence I'm about to read that shows you this guy was already bad at robbing
Okay,
banks.
let's hear it.
He walked into the American First Credit Union, claimed to have a gun, and demanded money from two tellers.
You gotta pick
one.
Pick one.
Pick one. Pick
Like,
one.
how far away is he from the glass? He's like, guys, is anybody? Sir, which
You.
one of us are you
Either
talking
one of you.
to?
Either one of you.
Are
Put your
talking-
hands up.
Are you talking to me?
Okay, when
Are you talking to me or are you talking to him?
You gotta know, like everywhere you go, you have to pick the person that you think is going to help you. the
Unless
most.
he has a lazy eye, and that's not necessarily on him. That could have been looking
Yeah,
at
that could
two
have just
people.
been someone thinking that he was
was
looking
talking
at
to
them.
them.
Yeah,
No, but when you go to the airport, okay, and you have to ask something from someone at the desk. Can we get our ticket?
Yeah,
Can we get our
yes.
seats together? Is there any way we can do that?
Oh,
Can I,
yes.
Dan? You say, can I stand by and go on this flight? You
I
always
pick
pick you
very-
pick the person you think is
Yep.
A, going to help you the best, and B, is having the best day.
Well, see, sometimes if you go with best day person, that person also really values their job.
That's true.
Sometimes you want the person who wants to get the fuck out of here and does not care
Dan
anymore.
walks up and is like, I get it. You're having a bad day.
Oh, 100%.
See,
100.
but this is a mistake. You got to pick one.
Right.
That's what we agree across the board. You got to pick. Like in the scene in Taxi Driver, he wasn't like, "You talking to me?
Yeah.
What about you?" That wasn't the line from the movie. He was one guy going right at him.
Well, the key component here is that he also, I mean, you don't walk in and claim to have a gun and then ask who's in charge. You know, like,
You are.
you're in charge.
Yeah.
I got a gun. Who's in charge here?
Sir, you've got the gun.
Do you want to talk to the manager or the assistant manager?
Exactly. Both. Nope. You've got to choose
Pick
one.
one.
I don't care who's more powerful.
Oh,
well, the
oh.
assistant manager actually has a better line to the
Actually,
top.
I'll take this. He's got grandfathered and he's got the conceal and carry checking account.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Well,
listen.
All right,
come in
send him
three-
down to the business window down on the end, and Cheryl will get with him in a minute.
Okay. So he demands money from two tellers. This is according to Unified Police Lieutenant Brian Lork. If I gave you 5 guesses on how to spell Lork, you would know.
HLORK.
No, no.
Sorry.
LHORK.
Nope. Want to take a stab, Nate? Craig?
Can you say it one more time, please?
Lork.
Lork. LOARCHE.
Nope.
What is it?
What is it, Dan?
LOHRKE.
Lahork.
Lahork.
Lork.
By the way, it could be a fullback on Wisconsin Badgers football team.
Oh, 100%.
Just a,
Lahork punches it in the middle.
just a big white guy whose like back shoulder pads like go way up high over his head.
After the man received an undisclosed amount of cash in the bag, so he did it.
He got it.
Okay. He ran out to his car, which was stolen. But when he got there, he realized.
He stole a car to go rob a bank.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's
But-
actually a lot of planning.
But when he got there to the car outside of the bank, he realized he had left the keys on the counter inside the bank. Now, do you go back in?
Stolen car. You just take it away on foot and you steal another car.
Let's steal another car.
You got to go on foot. Like, what are you going to walk back in?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Who are you talking to, man? Which one of us?
Has anybody seen my keys?
I left my keys here. You remember me? I was just in here. I robbed the bank.
Guys, I've got the.
It's like fight with like a girlfriend. I'm leaving the house. You leave the house. You realize you don't have your keys. You got to come back in.
Again,
Where are they?
This guy's brand new. I mean, who steals a car with the keys?
Yeah.
That's a starter.
Yeah.
If you can't hotwire it,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
So then he decides, after not being able to get his keys back, that he decides he's going to run off, but his money bag snagged on something and ripped. Money then started flying out of his
This is a bad day. This is a bad day.
When Ice Cube said, mess around and got triple-double, it was a good day.
Right.
That's the opposite of the day that this guy
He tries to rob a bank, can't figure out who to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, probably just to get him to leave, they give him some money.
Right.
Like probably $50.
Leaves his keys.
In one, so he feels like he got a lot of money.
Right.
He then leaves his keys in the bank, then tries to run away, catches his bag on something, and spills money everywhere.
And then it becomes that game at like the adult arcades where you're like inside the thing where the money's flying around and people are trying to grab it.
And then he read the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it said, "You have the right to remain silent."
It said Ice Cube's a wimp.
Witnesses saw the man running and directed police officers to where he was last spotted.
Well, I mean, I don't know how they would catch him.
There's not a
Just a trail of tens leading you to the guy.
It's like a monetary Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, they ran out of bread. He ran out of breadcrumbs.
So it's just bread.
So then he's eating a sandwich.
I guess he started leaving brand new $100 bills.
Just leaving him.
Police arrested David Hampson, Hamson, Hampson.
Son of Ham.
Yep, that's an Ellis Island name right there.
Hamson.
Like that is a person at Ellis Island who's like, I have no clue what you're saying. What do you do?
Do you remember
my dad's
That was one of the most.
Shine.
I feel like that was the most underrated Spike Lee movie. Son of Ham.
Yeah.
That was. There was a lot of tension. Just did the music on Son of Ham?
Yeah.
You know,
A
it was
lot
all
baked
about.
in. There was a lot
of Oh, honey, you're right there.
Oh, jeez, Randy.
At Sklars Brothers.
Daniel
All of
Van
us.
Kirk.
At all of us.
At Nate Craig.
Police arrested David Hampson a short time later in a neighborhood just west of the bank. Go farther, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's on foot, Dan. He can't go
Lark
that far.
said, quote, a good portion, that's in quotes, I don't know why, of the money was recovered, but investigators believe some of the money went down the storm drain. So that's with Pennywise in the movie It.
Yeah.
Are you telling me they picked him up at 3500 South 147th?
2455 West.
No,
5400.
suspect is moving west
Yeah,
on 2400 Southwest at
Is he moving
549.
south or west?
You ain't never going to find him in there. It's a darn maze.
Is he moving south or west?
Both. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to show you guys a picture of this
Both.
dude. Two things you need to know about him
Yep.
before you see this photo. One, he has Doberman ears.
All right.
You know how they manicure?
So one of them is taped.
They are perfect.
Why do you tape a
Doberman
Doberman's
ears.
ear? You know, like they tape one.
It's a
like,
dick move.
And one ear is taped. The other one, fine.
This is the stuff where people try to customize their animals that
don't like it.
drives
Don't do
me nuts. You're like, I want him to look like that. Like, well, that's not the way it's born. Or like, oh, you want to see my birds? I clip their wings so they can't do the one most
Thing that they
amazing
really
thing they were
love.
given. But I don't want them to leave me because I'm an owner.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck off.
It's an
man.
animal. It's a pet, not a specialty cake.
Yeah, Exhibit doesn't come in and pimp out your animal.
Although
I bet he would.
I
these
would watch
days.
that
these
show.
days. He'd probably be up for that.
If Exhibit was like, if it was Pimp My Parrot with Exhibit, I would watch that show every. Like, what'd you put in the back of his thing?
Hey man, I put in 3 speakers.
I'll put some extra tweeters in that bird.
Oh,
They got that.
Jesus.
They got
Randy.
that Hampson boy's ears all did up fancy.
Okay, wait till you see them. And everybody else.
If
please.
you want to see it, you got to join the Facebook page.
Flato's posting every day. He's very happy that we're over 17,000 people.
Flato.
Let's get
Yes.
over 20,000. Come on, there's more than that that listens to the show.
Oh, I know.
Hit that Facebook
Join
page.
it, like
okay,
it.
so
subscribe.
you're gonna see his Doberman ears, and then Nate loves Doberman ears.
You're gonna see my Doberman ears.
And then the other thing is,
feels like a song, right? Like a Western
When you
song.
see, when you see my Doberman ears, that's
I'm
when
gonna-
you walk away.
When you see my Doberman ears.
Ain't no way to hide your Doberman ears.
the other thing is, and
You
you're gonna
can't hide.
Randy. And this will make sense when you see the photo. This is all it is. What?
That's his expression.
Yes. It's just
So you're.
What?
Are we going to
Ready?
see this photo and be amazed that he pulled off what he pulled off?
nope. You're gonna really appreciate his Doberman ears, and you're gonna understand what means.
What?
Here we go.
This guy.
Isn't he like what?
What?
This is
man.
like
What I do?
if Vanilla Ice didn't have the ability to make like to make Amish barns. He would be this guy.
Look, he's like, if I don't have any money, why am I even being arrested?
What are we doing?
Do you understand the day I've already had?
He has asked the question, "What are we doing?" more than once.
What are we doing?
What?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
We're gonna have to let
He
you
looks
go.
like methed out Landon Donovan.
Yeah, exactly.
Has anybody seen my keys?
They're at the bank.
They're on the bank.
Hansen was booked in the Salt Lake County Jail for investigation of aggravated robbery. He is, quote, a known suspect in bank robberies which have occurred in West Valley City and Salt Lake City.
This is Salt Lake City.
Yes, according
This
to the
is
jail.
West Valley, where the comedy club, where Wise Guys used to be.
He has an extensive criminal background, but hey, practice does not make perfect.
Clearly.
David fled. Then there's just this in quotes. David fled, as though I guess we're friends. The cops are friends with him. David fled. He fled from South Salt Lake Police Department on Wednesday. David caused a traffic accident while fleeing and was not taken into custody.
Okay.
So he was on the run and he robbed a bank at 5:30 in the evening.
So
Dude.
he left.
They said earlier in the week he was being pursued for something and he got away. But now they got him.
We got him.
We got him.
He'll rob a bank sometime.
Dave, did
You got away.
Did you want us
At
to
some
catch
point.
you, Dave?
Dave wanted
Were
them
you
to
throwing
catch
that money, Dave?
Was this failed bank robbery and car thievery a cry for help, Dave?
I think it is.
Oh, for sure.
Look at poor Dave.
I'm going to ask you guys, you've seen a photo.
Okay.
How old
Is this how we're
Dave
wrapping this
Hampson?
bad boy
Yes.
up? Okay, here we go.
Too much fun leaves marks in life. Living hard, you'll pay the price. Who is gonna get it right? Guess the age. Guess the age.
Guess the age. How
Okay, now,
old?
Nate, you are our guest. Do you want to go first, Tig, or third?
Take us to the second between you.
I want to nail this.
Okay.
You go first.
That man is 29 years old.
Oh,
So
my
here's what I love
God.
about this picture. And again, go to the Facebook page and you will see exactly
It's
what
not
we
easy,
mean.
is it?
It's not. And actually, sometimes having more physical evidence makes it harder.
Right.
Because you have in your brain, if I saw Doberman ears, I'd be like, this guy's 39. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think he's 30. I think he's 33. 33.
33 from Randy, 29 from Nate Craig,
This guy's 41 years old.
41 years
He
old.
looks good.
No, he does not look
He
good.
looks good.
He's a piece of ass for a 41-year-old.
in a good way?
41
in
years
an
old.
objectifying way?
Yeah, he's
Can I just say this? Last night I was watching because I don't know why the Golf Channel, and I was
I love watching.
and I was watching a thing on.
That should be
Jack-
the Golf Channel's slogan. The
I don't
Golf
know why.
Channel.
I don't know why I'm doing
I don't
this.
know why I'm doing this. The Golf Channel.
and it was the special on Jack Nicklaus winning at the Masters.
Sure.
Super
When
late
he
in
was
his career.
46.
46. And I'm like, we're fucking 46. I'm like, this is an old man. Like, what happened to me? 41 years old.
All right, you say 41.
Okay, 41 from Jay,
29
from Nate Craig.
33 for me.
33.
Here we go. Everybody shout at your ham radios.
Get it in right now.
Shout at your Hampson radio.
Because David Hampson, a man who stole a car, tried to rob a bank by yelling at multiple tellers,
Left his keys on
in
the
bank,
thing,
then
ripped the bag, and let money
a lot
go
of it
out
went
down
the
a storm drain.
is 39 years old.
Jason!
And Randy said the number. You go, I would have said 39.
if I just thought Doberman ears, and then I saw it, and he totally pulled the thing on
I
me.
was right. I was right.
You were.
Oh,
you
I
were.
love
And
it.
you could have been dead on, Randy Sklars.
By the way, this is how we mini. That's what I would say about
agreed.
this. Thank you guys for listening. This
Bottom
is
line,
great.
crime keeps you young.
Yeah,
Crime does
I guess
keep you
crime
young.
does, and in some ways, crime pays.
It's a young man's game.
I will say Nate Craig. Follow him on the old twits.
Nate Craig Live, Twitter, Instagram.
Nate Craig Live, and then keep an
Watch
eye
out
out
for
for
Maniacs.
Maniac coming out.
Maniac?
Maniac coming out on Netflix. Jonah Hill, Emma Stone. He's in that movie.
Heck yeah, he is.
Follow us.
It's a series. It's not just a
Yeah.
movie. It's
So
a
this drops on Friday of this week. I'm going to
Yep.
tell everybody in the Brooklyn area, please come out. There's still a handful of tickets left, not a bunch, but if you're thinking of getting them, get them before you show up at the Bell House this Sunday night. We'll be at the Bell House, and Jay and I,
so much fun.
Jay and I are going to be in Rochester at the comedy at the Carlson, which is amazing, a really cool venue.
Go
and
to
we'll be
both.
there.
Make it a comedy
Yeah, we'll be
weekend.
there in Rochester.
And our Poop Talk movie is available on VOD, on iTunes
and you can
Amazon.
still go to the theater and see it maybe right now. I
Yes,
hope.
I think so.
All right, guys.
You mentioned Brooklyn. Oh, Nate Craig and Friends Union Hall, March 14th, Wednesday night, 10:30 p.m.
Go to that.
Check that out.
That's going to be dope.
And holy shit, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
is a good show.